frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
It appears to be part of a strategy to target our daily life.
Two plus 2 equals 6. And let me tell you why it equals 6. Because look at this. There are 2 2's. So therefore, there is an additional 2 that no one talks about because the government... Look at...
Can TikTok track you?
TikTok knows your device, location, and search history. It uses your front camera to see your reaction to videos, so you tell me, can it track you?
Now look at this.
I'm going to show you the Florida dude's response. Remember, the Illuminati, they always have to tell you what they're doing, or they can't get away with it. This is on the episode of John Oliver. He says it's airborne, we all know that. Watch what he says afterwards. This is very important.
Anticipated, and but his message? Deal with it. It's airborne, it's aerosolized.
Aerosolized? You mean like in an aerosol can under pressure being sprayed somewhere? Hold on, let's do this again.
It's aerosol.
Yeah.
Higher number, I think most people anticipated, and but his message? Deal with it. It's airborne, it's aerosolized, and so we just have to understand that when that's happening, these waves are something that you have to deal with.
When it's aerosolized, deal with it.
But let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. But there we see an increase.
You know what I don't understand is that these motherfuckers be telling you they're doing stuff, and then people still don't believe it. That's the crazy. Bill Gates obviously said if we do a good job with vaccines, like, come on, wake up. He said this 10 years ago. This is showing you that these people be planning this. It's not by accident. Y'all need to wake up. COVID-19 was planned way before COVID-19. They already have this in place. All right, take care.
So the Department of Homeland Security has released a list on the nightly news of potential terror threats, those that they deem are a danger to national security. Now, the first one is opposition to COVID measures. So those of you who feel like mask mandates, mandatory vaccinations, if you feel like that's complete hogwash, you're an enemy to national security. If you feel like election fraud is a possibility or Trump may be reinstated eventually, you're an enemy to the state and you're a threat to national security. Even if you're a Democrat and you feel like the last election may have been rigged, well, you're a possible threat. 9/11 anniversary and religious holidays, yeah, you're a possible threat to the state as well. Just to make it a little more interesting, the National School Boards Association has called for the Justice Department to come and investigate parents for being anti-mask and anti-vaccine for their children. Now, that's only a half-truth because these parents aren't anti-mask and anti-vaccine. These parents just want the choice for their children because they're parents, obviously. So they decide what's best for their children, right? So they're having the government come in and investigate parents who've done no type of crime or anything without a warrant. And at the same time, these are the parents who are actually paying taxes to pay these people's salary in the first place. So you have to remember, the people pouring across the border, they're not the enemy. They're coming in unvaccinated. The 30,000 Afghan refugees who are coming in unvaccinated, being sent all across the country, they're not the enemy. You're the enemy, the American people. You guys are the ones who they consider a threat. Regardless of your political beliefs or anything, they feel like you're a threat to national security, and they feel like you having freedom is a danger to them taking power over you in your life. Hey guys, here in America, in Los Angeles, they've adopted the policy where if you go into a movie theater, a restaurant, or any type of public venue and you're unvaccinated, you will get fined $5,000 just because you didn't take the vaccine. So just let that sink in, because we know where this is going, and we know that it's going to expand to other places and other regions. We're at the point now where hospital systems are denying transplants to unvaccinated patients in almost all circumstances. They don't care what the situation is, they will deny you a transplant. Now let's take this into account, because we need to realize that if you are someone who wants to see a physician, or if you have a medical condition, you need to go and see your primary care physician now, because we know where this is going, and we know that hospitals are going to stop seeing unvaccinated patients very soon in the near future. So just make sure that you actually go see the doctors or whoever you need to see, because unvaccinated patients will not be able to go into the hospital very, very soon. So, Pfizer scientists, they're touting the whole natural immunity thing, basically saying that antibodies for those who have been infected are probably better than those who have been previously vaccinated, as once thought. Now, they're saying this, however, they do not want to confirm this on the mainstream, because they know that they're going to lose billions and billions of dollars. So this study right here says that over 200 million Americans have already had coronavirus and have some form of natural immunity. In the year 2020, we've had about 80 million people plus who had coronavirus. Now in the year 2021, we've had over 100 million people who had COVID. So this means that we've already reached herd immunity as a population. So what they're doing is they're just pushing a vaccination program, and we have Dr. Fauci and the CDC and the mainstream media just pushing all of this stuff on us, obviously for their agenda, their control, and to get their vaccination numbers up, just so that they can push their stock prices up, obviously. So let's just make sure that we keep our eyes open and stay woke, y'all.
If you write any number in a search bar and then new cases, it's going to give you the number you wrote with new cases in a random location.
What? Houseway. Let's see.